We were looking at social trends, which is a rather challenging topic. We're not trying to predict exactly how society specifically will change as a whole between now and 2050, but some things threw themselves out at us. We spent a lot of time talking about ownership change, that there might be a sense in which owning a car is actually seen as as some sort of evil. But clearly shared ownership is likely to increase, and that sharing is blurred. Are you sharing it with other people in your street, or are you sharing it with a ride service like Uber? Another big trend is going to be, we're going to be buying more stuff that will be delivered to the door. We might go to the shop, but we might not drive back. We might cycle to the shop, cycle back, and the delivery will arrive. We talked about life while moving around. So with autonomy, with being on trains and planes, we're not actually engaged with the act of driving. Therefore, life is different. But also we talked about moving while living. So employment is going to change. And as we've seen under COVID, maybe people will commute less. And we talked about those types of changes. Out of that, we identified a number of enablers and a number of blockers. A couple of the enablers, things like the government desire for net zero and leveling up. That desire has to be implemented into very practical things, which might then become very positive enablers. We talked about the recycling technology and recycling industry could be an enabler, but like many enablers, equally, if they go down particular directions, could become blockers. On the blockers side, we identified one major thing, which I think is going to be a theme, and that is system design. So you will see people like Ford designing cars and Shell designing fuel and Uber designing mobility services. But actually, if you want a circular mobility system, those people have to work really closely together. We took two of the challenges and worked them up in detail. And we deliberately chose a really awkward one, a dispute over public space. And I really love this one. What happens when you don't have a car, but Uber has purchased the car parking space outside of your house, and they keep parking a high-sided van in there and stealing the utility of your view? And we had a really interesting conversation about who owns the roads. How do we tax the roads? Are those public spaces anymore, or are they becoming privatized? That was a really interesting debate. And the other debate that we had was on design of service, and one dimension, not the integrating of the different actors. Another dimension we talked about under design of service was how do we balance the desire for personalization? I want my car to be mine and to be really comfortable for me and my family, with the fact there is not my car. I don't own it. So that's another particular design challenge in there. That's our challenges. Thank you.